This is Thomas Sandell again from the European Parliament here in Brussels, where we have just recorded a new European report discussing the ongoing negotiations for a nuclear agreement with Iran that are going on in Vienna. But even more importantly, we've been raising this issue about the Islamic Republic of Iran. What kind of regime is it? And especially looking, towards the International Holocaust Remembrance Day, which is so important in this chamber, on the 27th of January, only 2 weeks from now, and remind ourselves that there are still regimes in this world that are calling for the destruction of the Jewish people. And what is our responsibility as members of the free world to say, where do we draw the red line, what is acceptable, what is under no circumstances acceptable, and this is clearly not acceptable, to call for the destruction of a nation that was built out of the ashes of the Holocaust. But equally true is that this European Parliament was a result of that disaster. When we said never again, it meant never again to let the Jewish people, be victims of this madness of genocide. But it also meant that, we agreed to make sure that there would be a home country for Jews, that if they did not feel safe in the nations, that they would have their own nation, Israel. So therefore, to call for the destruction of this Jewish state, the final refuge for the Jewish people, is completely unacceptable. And this is something that we said in the European report today, that we need to call out these this type of rhetorics and threats, not only on International Holocaust Remembrance Day, but any day and in any international forums around the world, and in particular now in Vienna as they sit down with the Iranian negotiators, and to say that listen, it's not only about having nuclear capabilities, it's about values. European values are not only limited to Europe, these are universal values, be it minority rights, democracy, women's rights in Iran. And we have to stay vigilant, we have to remain alert that we live up to this solemn pledge, never again. And this is what we are trying to do with the European Coalition for Israel here in Brussels, here in the European Parliament. And as I'm here, my colleague Gregory Lafitte is in New York, and together with you we can remain faithful to this pledge, never again. So from Brussels and the European Parliament, over and out.